Shot through the heart, and you're too late, darling. You give love a bad name.
What is up, guys? This is PhillySwag26, and today I'm bringing you MW2 COD Classics Episode 4, and I'm using my P90 with a dot sight, and I have Scavenger Pro, Cold-Blooded Pro, and Ninja Pro, and this is my first gameplay in HD, so I hope you guys do enjoy this. Sorry it's been a couple days since I've uploaded. Haven't really been too busy, but we were hunkering down for Hurricane Sandy. And I just want to talk a little bit about the storm and what happened and everything. And if you were to look outside my house right now, it is still kind of windy and it is still raining. It's actually snowing in some parts of Virginia towards West Virginia, and they were expected to get close to a foot of snow. But we got close to, I don't know, close to a foot of rain. I want to say, maybe not a foot of rain, maybe like 8 inches of rain or something like that. So I was out of school actually on Monday and Tuesday. Well, today is Tuesday, but we were out of school yesterday and today, and we haven't heard yet if I'm going to be out of school tomorrow, like if the county will shut down or anything. We haven't heard yet. But the beaches were actually hit really hard. Rehoboth Beach, which is in Delaware, and then what beach is that in Maryland? I can't remember off the top of my head. Ocean City, Maryland was hit really hard, and so was Ocean City, New Jersey. And it seemed like the further north you went, that it got really, really bad. And the storm is basically just sweeping back around, bringing the winds back towards us. So they're expecting some flooding later on this afternoon because it's still raining, and it's been raining off and on today, but it was raining non-stop yesterday and non-stop on, or almost all day on Sunday, probably closer to the evening hours on Sunday. So it's just been crazy. We actually haven't lost power, but most of Virginia, or not most of Virginia, Dominion Power, which is our power company, had like 400,000 people without power, and there was like 16,000 people just in the county that I live in that had no power, and but luckily we weren't affected by having no power. We almost lost our power. It flickered on and off several times, and I know of a bunch of my friends that I go to school with, they lost power. Some of them haven't even gotten their power back yet, so it's just interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see if we have school tomorrow. Honestly, I think we will, because like all of the counties around us have school tomorrow. But I mean, you never know, because sometimes it takes a while to get power back on in this county that I live in, and sometimes we struggle with a lot of flooding. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. They'll probably make an announcement here in a couple of hours. So that's basically all I got today with the storm. And I had a question. Today is a planned commentary, but I have a question for you guys. What is the wackiest or weirdest or something like that storm you've ever been in? Weather situation, whether it was a tornado or anything like that, snowstorm or something like that. And I actually have a couple stories. I'm going to try and get both of them in and leave some time to talk about updates and everything. But I'm going to start off with a couple years ago. Actually, we're heading up to my grandparents' house for Thanksgiving dinner, and they actually had a beach house on Rehoboth Beach, which got hit pretty hard. So we were heading up there. I think this was like 2006 or 2007, something like that. And we were on our way up, and a nasty storm came through, and all the way up the coast from where we live all the way up there to Rehoboth Beach and up into New Jersey and everything. And I can remember driving across the Bay Bridge, and this was Bay Bridge goes from Maryland into Delaware, I believe. And we were heading across the Bay Bridge, and for those of you that don't know how big the Bay Bridge is, it's like 5 miles long, and yeah, it's a very tall bridge too. and very large. So we're heading across, and all I can remember is it was dark, it was nighttime. All I can remember is the bridge was swaying back and forth because the wind was so heavy, and it was a scary moment, and scary times because we were just rocking back and forth in our car, and my mom was like, I can remember my mom saying, okay guys, you guys need to be quiet, I have to focus. So all of us, we had to be quiet, and we weren't even allowed to talk for the whole time across. And then we got across safely, of course, and kept on our way. And then as we got up there towards Rehoboth Beach, we were about ready to get to my grandparents' house, and there was like 3 or 4 ways to get to my grandparents' house. And we started going on Route 1, or the first way to get there. Route 1 is the name of a highway, never mind. We were trying to get there. First way that we typically would get there. The road was flooded and completely submerged underwater. You couldn't even see it, and we weren't even allowed to go that way. They had it blocked off. So they had a cop out there sitting, making sure nobody was coming across. So we decided to go to our second choice. So we started heading that way, and my granddad was actually waiting there for us in his Lincoln Navigator. And again, we couldn't see the road. This was closer to the bay, and the water had come over the seawall, and you couldn't even see the road. You could see the waves, like it was miniature waves inside the waters. Like it was crazy. So my granddad decides to drive across, and and my mom was thinking about it, and my mom called up my granddad and said, I honestly don't want to try this. So we decided to go to the other route, Route 3, and our choice 3, I guess. And so we headed that way, and we got over there, and that way was also flooded underwater. And so my mom was like, okay, what are we going to do? Luckily, the water wasn't as high. So we started to drive across, and we got on the other side, and then we made it to my grandparents' house. And I remember playing GameCube with my cousins, because GameCube was the cool thing to play back then. Or back then. I'm sounding like I'm so old. GameCube was the cool thing to play, and so we played GameCube, and I remember getting up the next day, and we went out to go see the damage and everything. And we went down to where the first choice was, and it was still completely underwater. And it was just amazing. I mean, there was sand all the way up the road from the beach, and it was just crazy. So that was probably the craziest weather thing I've ever been a part of. If you guys have any crazy events that you've ever lived through or whatever, just post that in the comment section below. I would love to hear and love to read it. So, next off, I'm actually planning on submitting something. This is completely on a different note. I'm planning on submitting a clip to Straight Up Knife for FSU 40, and I'm going to post it on my channel, a part of the next AoN Beast Mode. I think I'm on AoN Beast Mode 8 now, which is going to be, not really a community one, but it's going to feature a couple of people, and Jadonson, I believe is his name, and Epic Freaks, I believe. And those 2 people are going to be in my next video, and they're really good at AoN and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. But I'm planning on making a submission to Straight Up Knives FSU 40, which is basically a community montage of awesome clips and stuff. And you can submit 2 submissions and get a chance to actually be in his video. So I'm going to try that. We'll see how that goes. As I said, I'm going to post it up on my channel, and I'm also going to be posting it in Beast Mode. So it's going to be up there twice on my channel, and I'm going to try and get another clip here for like you can submit 2. So I'm going to try and submit 1 other, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get in there, and I mean that would be huge for my channel to be included in one of Straight Up Knives clips. I would love that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, as it is the first one I've ever played or ever recorded in HD. And look out for AoN Beast Mode 8, hopefully coming out later on this week. And I hope you guys did enjoy, as I said before. And yeah, that's all I got. And also, don't forget weather comments in the section below. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Peace out.